What up, world? Established Rich coming right back at you. I need y'all to hear me right now, because what we are witnessing with Gunna is one of the most complex, complicated, intriguing, polarizing, and straight up inspirational runs in hip-hop history. You may love him, you may hate him, but one thing you cannot do is ignore him.
Now let me break it down for the people in the back.
This is a man who spent 8 months in jail. This is a man who took a plea deal, an Alford plea, and immediately got hit with the snitch stamp by half the industry. And this is a man who, despite all of that, still put out one of the best written, best produced, most honest albums in hip hop the year he got out. And the craziest part, he's still winning. Gunna sat down with Will.I.Am this week and he said one thing that struck me deep. My fans really came through for me. And you know what? He's absolutely right. Say what you want about his charges. Say what you want about R.I.C.H. Say what you want about the court of street opinion. But if we gonna be honest, this man's fan base never left. His ticket sales never dropped. The energy at his shows never wavered. And the streams, they moving like he never took a day off. Now look, I ain't here to tell you what to believe. I'm not gonna stand on a soapbox and tell you Gunna did or did not snitch. I'm not in the streets. I don't live by that code. And let's be honest, neither do most of the people talking about it. But what I am gonna do is talk about the music. Because despite everything this man has been through, he never let up. He never got online begging for sympathy. He never cried in an interview talking about nobody's fucking with me. He just put out quality consistently. And listen, I'm not the biggest Gunna fan. I don't bump every song. But when I heard that album he dropped after he got out, when I heard how vulnerable, how well written and structured and intentional those songs were, I said, okay, this man's got something special. The flow, the delivery, the emotion. Say what you want, but Gunna knows how to make music that sticks. He's one of the few artists in the game right now who can get personal without sounding corny. And you can tell he's been through something. You can hear the weight in his bars. He's not just talking about designer anymore. He's talking about doubt. He's talking about loyalty. He's talking about strength. And when he said in that interview, never give up, don't stop, even when they want you to, I felt that because that's exactly what hip hop tried to do to him. They tried to make him stop and he said bet and dropped fuck you mean. And now the same culture that tried to cancel him is back streaming him. But here's where it gets deeper. Gunna still gets love from the industry outside of Atlanta. Wiz Khalifa still works with him. R.I.C.H still works with him. He's still doing festivals. But in Atlanta, that's a different story. You notice he ain't collaborating with too many local Atlanta artists. And that ain't coincidence. That's culture politics. Atlanta, for all this love and unity on the surface, is one of the pettiest and most political music scenes on the planet. If you get blackballed here, it's real. And you know what? He still kept going. He didn't complain. He didn't beg. He built a new lane. And he's still selling out shows. Still putting out hits. So what does that say about hip hop? What does it say when an artist can be shunned in his own city, labeled or snitched by the internet, and still be popping?
I'll tell you what it says.
It says the culture is shifting. It says loyalty to the music is starting to matter more than the allegiance to mythology. It says the fans ain't following the streets no more. They following who they relate to, who they believe, who they feel. And that's why Gunna is still here. Not because he did everything right, because he never stopped doing what he was put here to do. Make music. You ain't gotta love him. You ain't gotta respect his choices. But if you being honest, you gotta acknowledge his consistency, his talent, his persistence. Gunna is writing through his pain, and the people are listening. Whether you like it or not, that's hip hop today. But hey, that's just my opinion. What's yours? Like, comment, subscribe, Established Rich. I'll be back with another one. Peace.